My book's title is What I Wanted to Be When I Grew Up. It is an autobiographical narrative covering my life from babyhood till my graduation from high school. I had been reading literary autobiographies and memoirs since the 70s. And from the 90s, I had been focused on those written by Filipino women. Maybe it was inevitable that I would at some point wish to write my own. Although I did resist. I did not want to write the kind of memoir which reads like the author is patting herself on the back for her so called achievements. The story I wanted to tell was the story of the making of a writer. And in my case, I think that it is books that led me down that path. When I was a child, there was this school book exercise called Follow the Dots. You drew a line connecting each dot to the next, and at the end, you had a picture. The books I read were the dots, and by following them, I would create the picture of my life until age 15 and a half. The book's structure is roughly chronological then, but it is full of digressions which sometimes take me to my great grandparents' time or forward to my apprenticeship as a teacher and scholar, or further forward to me as the woman trying to write the memoirs. I was looking for the answers to some questions. Why did my mother and her sister, my aunt, choose to give me those particular books which they gave me during my childhood? That was one question. Did those books and the other books which I bought myself later help to shape me into the writer and the woman that I became? That is another question. Why am I telling this story in this oblique, meandering, fragmented way? That's still another question. I dug up old photo albums, my mother's journals, and her unpublished memoirs, my own early diaries. It was hard work, but I enjoyed meeting my old self again and following her down the vanished years. In his introduction to one of Ray Bradbury's books, Neil Gaiman described it as a love letter to books. I think maybe this is what my book really is. Maybe I just love writing about books, and the memoir bit is just an excuse. Why should anyone read it? Why should anyone care? Maybe because they like books, because they might have read a few of my books and are curious about me, because they are maybe thinking of vaguely writing their own memoirs, or because they think writers are a bit crazy and they like reading about crazy people. Anyway, here it is. I offer it with a wish and a prayer. Thank you.